Okay, I just wanted to make a video on piston variances on the GY6 engines. This is a brand new piston that I'm using for a brand new top end rebuild, and it's hard to see, but if you can see the bottom right here on these indentations for the valves, right here, this one says in, and this leads me to believe that they want me to use this for the intake valve and that for the exhaust. But the intake valves are bigger than the exhaust valves, so I just totally ignored it and used this for the intake and that for the exhaust. It's no problem because I had done that before. I have these other pistons right here. Now, right here, it's hard to tell, but this piston, these indentations, this indentation is slightly bigger than that indentation, but as you can see, again, this one says in, and once again leads me to believe that they want me to use this for the intake and that for the exhaust. I totally ignored it and used that for the intake and that for the exhaust, and there was no problem at all. This is the original piston that came with my scooter, a Z9 Classic, and as you can see, this one's marked correctly because this indentation is bigger than that indentation. That one clearly says in, to use for the intake valve. Another piston variance on these things are the indentation itself. They're all different. Like my stock one, this is it right here. The indentation for the intake valve is bigger than the exhaust, but they're not like huge. They're not like really deep inside the piston. Over here you can see that the indentations are very similar, and they're sort of like this, my stock piston, where the indentations don't go deep into the piston. Now my new one I'm going to use, these indentations go way into the piston. So what's going to happen is I'm going to lose a little bit of compression, and actually that's okay with me since I live in California and we only have 91 pump gas for super unleaded, and the Z9 Classic specs tell me to use 92 or better. So on full throttle runs I did hear knocking, and I don't know if it was or wasn't because of too much compression, but this is just a little more insurance to prevent that engine knock, because engine knock really does destroy your motor. To compensate for that, I got this, a brand new A10 racing cam. So I can't wait to get my top end, my valve head, and a new cradle to rebuild this part, and I want to see how she runs.